Hello everybody, my name is Albert and I'm your SAT writing instructor. Okay, before we start to talk about the SAT writing here, um, whenever I visit my friend's site or my colleagues' website, okay, wherever I see their online lecture, they always try to explain about the new format of SAT writing here, right? Because we are dealing with the new SAT writing from the 2016, the March of 2016. However, I'm not going to talk about the new format here because it's useless, okay? What you need is not knowing about the new format, okay? What you need is knowing about the real fact here. So what are those real facts? Let's get started with the question from you or your parents. Here you go. First question is always just like, okay, my English score in school is always brilliant. I'm a straight A student, okay? You always talk about that. Or your parents always, when we have a meeting, they always what? Okay, my son's score, my daughter's score is brilliant in school. However, their score in SAT test is not really good. Okay, that always happens, right? Because you don't know your enemy. Who is your adversary? Yes, the College Board. Because you don't know your enemy, even if you're good in school, you don't have a good score in SAT writing here. Okay, so just think about this one, and I'll give you the answer choice later. The answer for this one question is later. What about this one? The high SAT score in school and low SAT score on SAT. Okay, you're going to write an essay here, right? If you apply for the high level college like Harvard, Princeton, or Yale. If you apply to where I graduate, you don't have to. Sad, right? But anyway, so you are always confused with those essay scores. Okay, how come my essay score in school is so high and it's really wonderful? My English teacher always praise me, like your essay is wonderful, honey. Blah 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 blah. But your essay score in real SAT is not really good. Like it must be 24, but you only got the 20 or 18 out of 24. Why does it happen? I'll give you an answer later. What about this one? I don't know anything about the grammar or usage. Okay? But remember that you don't need to know every detail of the grammars or whole grammar section to solve those questions in writing. Because College Board never ask you those kind of the detailed questions. They always dealing with the same area all the time. It's repeated all the time. So you don't have to worry about that. At that point, I'm going to cover in my lecture. So here, important thing is you need to deal with your NMD College Board. How? Here's my answer. First, you should remember that you have to deal with the rules from the College Board. Not your own rule or not your rule from your English class, okay? So why? Why those are different? Okay, I learned something from my English teacher in school, then how come it's different? And then is it useless? No, because we are dealing with the different grammar. Here, we have two kinds of grammar. One is prescriptive grammar and the other is descriptive grammar. Descriptive grammar means what? We are dealing with the grammar which is used among people right now at this time, okay, in real life, okay? That's what we call the descriptive grammar. However, prescriptive grammar is different. Prescriptive grammar means what? It's like a prescribed by what? The organization like a College Board or like the college itself. They ask you to remember those stuff strictly, very conservatively, right? So they hope you cannot change this grammar rule to like a based on your own easiness. So that is prescriptive grammar. So prescriptive grammar is normally very strict. Let's look at the example here. Due to versus because of. In regular English class, due to and because it's never be a problem. We always interchangeably use those two expressions. However, in test, it's different. How? Just like this. He failed blank, bad planning. And his failure was blank, bad planning. Actually, in English class, we don't care, okay? He failed because of his bad planning. His failure was because of bad planning. Either way is okay. Anything is okay. But since the College Board used prescriptive grammar, we have to say which one is which one. So, due to is normally what? It's used as adjective. Means it can locate it right after be verb. Okay? However, because of is used as adverb, so you're not supposed to use as complement after the be verb. So first sentence, okay? He failed. This is a complete sentence. So you may use the adverb, right? So which one is appropriate in this class? I'm sorry, in this blank. Yes, it is. What? The because of. So he failed not due to, but because of bad planning. However, the second sentence, verb is was. You need complement, right? So, in other words, you need adjective here. We're not supposed to use what? The because of here. So, the answer must be his failure was what? Due to. Due to the? Must be due to bad planning. Not because of. Okay. So, in your English class, even if you use what? The due to in replace of the because of, or because of replace the due to, I mean, your English teacher never get the point up from your score. Okay, that's true. However, in SAT, you should know about this one. Then I'm going to explain all the different grammar rules in this test. Okay, and next one, covered area. As I already told you, we have a lot of grammar rules, okay? It's like a thick books of grammar rules, and also if you like looking for the in detail explanation, we need another grammar book and another grammar books. So many grammar books to deal with English grammar, but you don't have to do that. You're not gonna be a linguist, okay? In high school, maybe in college, but not in high school. So what you need to do is like a basic grammar rule, okay? Some grammatical rules, grammars is used in the test, but not another one. So what I'm going to do in this lecture is what? I'm going to explain what is necessary, not unnecessary. That simplification make us easy to deal with those questions, all right? And what about this one? The different essay. As I already mentioned, your essay in English class is different from your essay in the test. Okay, you're not going to be given 50 minutes, only 50 minutes to complete your essay in your school, right? That's absurd, right? So you are only given 50 minutes, right, to complete your essay in SAT test. So it's different. And also, the evaluation factors are different, okay? What about the regular essay in English class? The content is most important. However, here, the most important thing is not the content, okay? The answers and the length of essay, the vocabulary level. The evaluation factors are totally different. So you should deal with a different way. So that's why, even though my students' essay score is pretty low in real essay in school, okay? They only barely got B or sometimes C or D in their essay. However, they all got very high score in SAT essay because they are different. You also know what's the difference and how to deal with those 50 minutes essay in the future lecture, all right? Here we go. So, depending on your instinct and not grammar and usage, what is this about? Okay, most of my students, especially your level of English is high, the more your level of English is high, then what? The more you depend on your gut or your instinct. Okay, you never trust me or you never trust your grammar rule. Just read a sentence and what? Oh, it sounds natural, this is the answer. Sometimes it works, but not always. That's the problem, okay? Getting to the good college, you need almost a perfect score in the writing section. Do you get the perfect score with your instinct? Then you don't need to watch my much lecture, okay? You're just wasting your time and energy. Just go find your something else, okay? Something enjoyable. But here, I always emphasize to my students, don't trust your instinct. It's a fucking shit. I'm sorry to use bad word, but that's true, okay? Don't trust instinct. Let's see here. This is a classical example. When we went to the supermarket, okay, we always see like what express lanes sign like this, 10 items or less. So everybody see this sign every day. So we naturally assume that this is kind of the right expression. Okay, nobody doubt about these expressions grammatically. However, this is wrong, right? So in the test, okay, my former students who took the test about 10 years ago, but he got wrong this one. But his English level was so high. And also, when I trained my another teachers, okay, and his instructors, SAT instructors, okay, they also asked me question, what's wrong with this? Because they came from the United States. All right, here, the items. The items is what? Countable noun. The items is countable noun, okay? And let's use for what? Uncountable noun. So you use uncountable noun adjective to indicate what? Countable noun. That's wrong. So it must be not less, it must be fewer. Do you understand? So that's why I'm saying don't trust in your instinct, okay? So a lot of instructors, maybe they teach you like this, okay, when they're dealing with the question, okay, the question number 8, answer choice A is sound awkward, so you cannot be answer choice. What the heck? No way, okay? Maybe it is okay in your critical reading section, but not in the writing section, okay? Every answer choice must be explained in detail, okay? Why this is right and why this is wrong. There is some reason. You should know about the reason. Then you can deal with the different questions with the same basic concept, okay? So in that case, you will get a perfect score in SAT writing, which is our goal, right? So don't trust your instinct. That's my basic advices. Okay, here, I talked about some advices here. So, oops. I'll show you some fact here. What is it? This is from the College Board. All the SAT mean scores through January 2016, which is last year, right? Okay, here, can you see here the average score of the writing? 2015, 2016 is almost the same, right? Almost the same, low same. So 2016, 482 is almost what? 270 out of 400 in writing section. Okay, oops. So it's a 270 out of 400. Okay, is it a good score? If you think this is a good score, oh, that's better score than mine. Oh, don't worry about it. I'm here for you. So here's the average score. And I'm going to show you another table. I'm sorry. Here we go. What is this? Yeah, this is the table of what? Average score who get into the Harvard. Harvard, yes. Look here. 25 percentile means bottom 25 percentile. Their average score is 1480. And 75th percentile, their average score is 1600. That means they got perfect score. Writing 40, perfect score. Perfect score. So if you want to get into the Harvard, if you are bottom to 20, okay, even if you got to what? 37, which is also a good score, right? Still, there is a possibility you can get into the Harvard. But if you have lower than this score, there's a less possibility, right? So every expert probably mentioned it like this. The SAT score is not the main factor or the most valuable factor to be evaluated in good college like Harvard, Yale, Princeton, or like a top 30 school. That's true. That's true. However, if you don't have competitive scores like this, then what? There is less possibility you're accepted in those schools. That is also another true. They don't want to mention it, but I can tell you. Okay? So here, I'll show you another number. What's 240? Is that another average writing score? No. This is the difference between the class of 2016, 482, and class of my school, my class students, every school. It's almost what? 720. Yes. So in USAT-wise, it's 100-point difference. So it comes, my students every school is 370. How come it is possible? Because I already told you, I'm analyzing all the questions from College Board and I'm preparing my students to deal with those concepts. Okay, so they're not really smart students. Okay, I'm teaching students here in Korea right now. Okay, maybe you think Koreans are very smart from the beginning. They're not. They're the same students as just like you. Maybe whether you're American students or whether you're Chinese students, whether you're Indians, doesn't matter. Okay, or whether you're African American or whether you're Hispanic, doesn't matter. You are as same smart as Korean students. Okay, the only difference is what? The education environment here in Korea is very competitive. Okay, we have to compete to each other extremely, yes, so high. So we have to develop, teach students in a different way from the States or the other country. Okay, so we have to develop the very high skills to teach or train my students and other students here in Korea because of the competition. Okay, that's why we use a different approach, and that's why we use more details, more easy way to solve the questions, right? Okay, so based on those strategies, you can get higher score than, much higher, way too higher score than average class students. I don't need smart students. I need ordinary students to get this point. All right? If you are a smart student, you will get here so easily. I can guarantee you. Okay? So, lastly, I want to talk about something. From my accent, you know that I'm not a native speaker. That's true. I am a Korean. Okay? And I'm not an English teacher. Or, yes, I'm not an English teacher. Then who am I? I am an SAT expert. Okay? I'm not here to teach you the English itself or training you and raising your English skills. Okay? If you're looking for someone like that, please find someone else. I'm not the one who you're looking for. But if you want to improve your writing score, then here I am. You are looking for the right person right here at right this moment. Okay, I am analyzing, I have a bunch of experience, and with me, I guarantee you, you will get a good score in SAT. Way better than you would expect it. All right, so I'll see you next time. Thank you.